Hello everybody and welcome back to Full Throttle Drive. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. So today we are going to talk about the wrap on my Audi R8. Now, if you're new to the channel, you may not know, but I actually wrapped my Audi R8 myself. It's a satin flip psychedelic and it was a huge project, but we had a lot of fun, a lot of headaches along the way, but we did a lot of content for the channel, so you can go back and check out those videos. But today we're going to talk about how well is the wrap staying on the car. There's one area specifically I want to talk about that we're having an issue with, but overall it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to show you guys. This again is the wrap on my Audi R8 and it's got a very cool rainbow psychedelic flip look to it. And guys, it is holding up really well. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to actually clear coat the front, do some sort of paint protection, because honestly, even though it's wrapped, and the whole reason I wrapped it was to protect the paint on the car, it is black under this, is because I wanted to keep the rock chips and stuff. But what I was reading online is if it does get rock chips on the 3M, then you got to redo everything, which makes a lot of sense. I didn't really think about that before, but now I might do some sort of paint protection film over, kind of like a PPF clear coat over the front bumper. Not sure yet, it's still something kind of in the works, but overall, no rock chips yet, and everything looks really good. There is a few small spots that we might end up doing. It's actually pretty hard to see, but if you look here, you can see where one of our seams is coming apart. And again, it's not bad. You can see it maybe a little bit more here that will focus, but we ran out of film. There's a little bit worse of an area right there. And really, honestly, it's not that bad. But one of the worst areas that I'm going to show you guys is when we wrapped the mirrors. And we had a lot of problems with the mirrors. They just are really tough to wrap. And I didn't think they were going to hold tight. And of course they didn't. Now, I will say that the wrap we used on the mirrors was not the same. It wasn't the 3M 1080. We used a Vivid, and I really like their Vivid wrap. It's a more robust feeling. It's not as soft. The problem is it doesn't want to stay quite to the really concaved mirrored kind of layout. It's just a really hard surface for it to stay adhered to. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. So there you go. You can see it's pretty bad. It definitely is going to be something we're going to be pulling. And so in today's video, we're going to pull it off. It's black under here, but we had the carbon fiber and it looks really cool because it's a decent match to my carbon fiber blade, but overall it just doesn't look perfect. There's actually a small little cut there that's gotten worse. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting, but overall the worst parts are back here. You can see it kind of splitting, and it just doesn't look good. The rest of the wrap just looks so good. So this is an area that we're gonna wanna actually just pull off. And honestly, at the end of the day, if we really wanna do the carbon fiber mirrors, we just won't wrap them. We're gonna order them. They're kind of hard to do. I was gonna order them originally. While we were actually wrapping this car, I tried to order them. They're just not easy to find. The OEM ones are very expensive because people sell them off their OEM. You know, if someone wanted to go with a different, maybe a color matched mirror and they sold their carbon fiber from the V10 Plus models or whatever they had, they're just really expensive. So you can buy them from China, knockoffs, but then I've read that they're just not that great and the screw holes aren't there. Sometimes they only have where you can use double-sided tape. I don't want to buy one of those. So either I'm just going to go ahead and drop the money on it down the road, but again, it's black underneath, so it's going to look really good, especially when we get our black wheels, which is a next project we got to work on this summer. But we're going to go ahead and remove the Vivid vinyl wrap now. And just like that, we have the wrap off. Now, I will say I definitely did it the hard way. I did not use a heat gun. Heat gun would have helped immensely on some of these small areas around here that were kind of pushed about that kind of had rippled up, but it looks really good. And this is a plastic composite type of mirror cover, so it was really easy to pull up, and I've already kind of cleaned it. It could use a little bit more cleaning, but there's no residue left on it. Maybe a little bit where I need to still clean up just a bit, but for the most part, it looks really good. And honestly, even though I like the carbon better, the black looks really good, and it's gonna look really nice when you can see the black wheels versus the black and then the satin flip psychedelic. So all in all, that wasn't too bad. You know, removing it, it definitely is on there, and a heat gun will help immensely. So don't do what I did and kind of struggle. I forgot my heat gun and was too lazy to go get it since it was such a small portion, but it'll come off pretty easily, and then we'll clean right up once you get that residue off of there. But for the most part, my wrap is looking incredible. I've had it on there 3 months now, and we've definitely driven. I've taken it to the car wash several times, and I always use the wand myself, and I am careful with it, but overall, it gives the paint a lot of protection, and it really takes care of everything, and it's really easy to keep clean. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of the seams so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, the seams on the back are holding up pretty well. You can see it's pretty dirty though. We're gonna go and clean it up, but we don't have any lifting or peeling. We don't have any issues up here at all. This is where we kind of had a little bit of that coming apart. So we're gonna redo that quarter panel, but the doors look really good. Like, we've had no lifting up under here. We do have a little bit right here that I've got to kind of clean up, and unfortunately I got to figure out if I can get this to sit a little bit better or cut off a little bit. But you know, this was our first time wrapping. We definitely learned a lot, and we can always redo any panel that we want. This wouldn't be too hard to redo because it's just the handle piece, but this was a lot of work. But overall, everything looks really good. No issues up here, and maybe we can get a little bit of that color if I come back around here. Yeah, you see a little bit of that color in there. It's kind of an overcast, spots of sunshine today, but you can see once it hits sunshine, that amazing satin flip psychedelic color. I really, really love this color, and it looks so good on the car. And we just gotta get wheels. Gotta get some new wheels that will match now my back to black side mirror covers. So very, very cool, very excited. And again, if you guys have any questions about the wrapping process or the wrap in general, let me know, drop them in your comments below. I would absolutely love to answer anything you guys have. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this was a shorter, different type of video, but I just wanted to update you guys on how the wrap is doing so far. You all take care. We'll see you next video.